Good morning and welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago, while we continue with the program. The Tobago House of Assembly, Division of Sport and Youth Affairs, is hosting a coaches development workshop which will be conducted by G.C. Foster Sporting College from Jamaica. And joining us from our set in Tobago, we have the president of the Tobago Athletic Committee, Garth Nichols, and we also have Ms. Ruth Lynn Antwine of the Tobago Netball Association. Good morning and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
So let's talk a little bit about this particular initiative, the Coaches Development Workshop. What is it all about? And I'd like to ask Mr. Nichols.
The workshop basically is a development workshop for coaches in Tobago. It would include coaches in football, cricket, track and field, and so on. But this initiative would have been a brainchild of the Secretary of Sports and Youth Affairs, Mr. Jomo Pitt. In March of this year, we would have selected a contingent to go to Jamaica on a fact-finding mission. And the result of that fact-finding mission was interesting, because we recognized that Jamaica was doing certain things in terms of getting the athletes up to standard in terms of performing on the world stage. And we would have visited various organizations in Jamaica, one being the G.C. Foster University. And we met with the officials, and they're here now to assist us in coaching and so on. And I think this is an opportunity for Tobago and the coaches in Tobago to develop further and get the insight in terms of the secret that makes the Jamaicans so successful, especially in track and field.
Yes, indeed. Ms. Antwine, do you share those sentiments? How important do you see this workshop being?
Hello, Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, I concur with what Garth would have said. We also, as netball, Scarborough Secondary School would have journeyed to Jamaica recently, and we also observed what they were doing, especially in netball. So the vision that the secretary has to sort of change the policy and the procedures in sports in Tobago is one that I agree with. Because what these G.C. Foster coaches are doing, or lecturers are doing, is they are helping or training our coaches to go into the primary schools and teach physical education. So he is moving away from persons going to do football or cricket or netball, and he wants the fundamentals of sports to be taught in the primary schools. So this is where G.C. Foster, which is the physical education and coaching college in Jamaica, that is where they come in. So they are now working a 3-week program with the coaches of the House of Assembly to have a paradigm shift as such. So what is happening in the primary school is teaching the fundamental coaching sporting skills. So as they grow up, as the children grow up, they are more attuned to sporting disciplines that they might go into.
Wonderful. Mr. Nichols, when exactly is this workshop?
The workshop is at Scarborough Secondary School. It's a whole day workshop from 9 to about 3 o'clock. And as I said, coaches from the THA go there. It is supposed to be finished on the 15th of this month.
What sort of feedback have you gotten so far? Are people particularly interested and excited about this initiative?
I would have spoken to the lecturers from Jamaica. Of course, there was a bit of hesitancy, you know, how we are with changes. But that was the first day. But they recognized from the second and third day, which is understood, and they were quite enthusiastic. I also spoke to some of the participants, and they themselves said it was very enlightening, very interesting, and they see themselves now going back to the primary schools with a different view of how to develop sports in Tobago.
Yes. Do you have an idea of the breakdown or the agenda for the workshop? I know you said it starts at 9 and it ends at 3.
No, I'm not familiar, but I do know there is a session where they do practical work. I know they have a lot of lesson plans to do, because they have to teach lessons. So the lecturers are getting them attuned to teaching, doing lesson plans and going out there teaching classes.
Great. Is there a cost to attend, and is there a registration procedure?
No, it's not. No, it's not a cost, because remember, these persons. This is a work-related activity. So since schools are out on holidays, these coaches who work with the primary school, they would have had that time free.
Wonderful. What is the long-term vision of something like this? What do you hope to achieve in the long run, Mr. Nichols?
All right. Well, based on the vision of Mr. Pitt, the secretary, what we recognize while in Jamaica, most, if not all, the coaches are qualified, well qualified, not only in the sporting environment, but also in academics. For example, we met a coach that has a master's in biochemistry. I mean, think about it. These are just not normal people. They look at the scientific aspects of coaching, and this is what they are actually working on. We now are trying to educate our coaches, send them into the schools where they can look at the scientific aspect as well, and be able to teach the basics to the children so that they can choose the various disciplines as they grow older. The benefit for us basically is that we are getting better athletes coming out of the primary, going into the secondary schools, as well as into the clubs. I know it's public knowledge that Tobago is very good based on field events in track and field. And it is attributed basically to his natural talent. But there are some areas that we need to develop in, especially the sprints and hurdles. And one of the officials there from GC Foster, he is a level 5 IAAF sprints and hurdles coach. So we are actually working with this gentleman to see how we can assist some of these coaches, and in extension, the athletes would benefit from that.
Wonderful. Mr. Nichols, so this event takes place, Scarborough Secondary School, 9 to 3. What day exactly?
It takes place throughout the entire week.
All right. What day is it again?
It's ongoing.
Ongoing. It's daily.
From when to when? When does it start? When does it end?
Okay, it started about 2 weeks ago, and it is going to finish on the 15th. It's a daily activity, but remember, this is focusing and targeting only persons who work in the sports department.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. We've been chatting with Garth Nichols, President of the Tobago Athletic Committee, as well as Ruthlyn Antwine, Tobago Netball Association, talking to us about the Coaches Development Workshop. A lot to look forward to. Well, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for joining us. News is up next. I'm Vina Bharat. Have a great day.